Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. How everybody doing? Whoa, it's the Kansas man today. I'm here, well, doing good. Waiting on my friends to come home. While I'm doing that, I thought I'd have a little chat with all of you. All this stuff out here in this world is going crazy right now. We got people that want to hurt us for no reason. No reason other than because of color. We are all Americans. If you're in America, you are an American. As long as you went through all the process to make it. Thing is, so many are confused on factors that I'm confused myself on. It's like, how can we allow people to come into America that just want to come in? Because people have worked their butt off for years, making their way, trying to make their way to where they are Americans. And now, here we are, just sort of, I guess it just don't matter. And then we have people just, I mean, it's crazy. They got cops in certain states that are able to just take your money whenever they want. If they just feel like it that day, if they're in a bad mood. This all needs to change. And the only way to change is to get rid of people that are in office that are corrupt. And you got to think what corruption is. If they've been over and over and over in different ones, in different areas, and they've been continuously said that they're part of something, and they obviously have a corrupt side somewhere. I mean, look at Clinton, for instance. Since 1974, I can count of 10 different issues. Obviously, she's got something going on. And then turn around and say that she's for the women when she takes money from guys that from the part of the world that women are nothing and are treated like bags of hay, just thrown around. America is made on the factor of, whenever our forefathers were together, they trust, build on trust, love, and the factor that you need to build a society that cares about one another, takes care of each other. It's not what we have right now. We have a non-trusting people that backstab you in a minute. That's not what we're about. We need to really stop and look at where we're at. Worlds are gone. It's a really sad situation, folks. You try to get some more people in here. Hopefully they answer quicker. My guys ain't coming home. They'll be here. Just takes them a while. Try to get them all in here. So anyway, I just wanted, I want y'all to think about something. Are we really free? I know I've argued with Mule many times on the fact that he says, well, we're not free. Well, we really aren't free. But there is a act or a belief that we are. At least we can still do this. There are minute little freedoms that don't cost us. But it still costs us. Because they watch us and they write down our name. And later on they'll come see us and say, hey, you were against us. No. We got to do something. The globalists are pretty much winning right now. Except for with Trump. And they're scared of Trump because Trump don't want globalists. Globalist society is wrong. And I'm sorry to say, there's something out there that's wrong. The reason I say it's wrong is because you cannot have a mixture like this. It is. There are people that do not want to assimilate to our land. They do not want to be Americans. They want their world here. They want to live here and try to live our way, but at their rules. And that's not a way to work. And we need to change it to our way or the highway. But the thing is, we got to keep our freedoms. We need to be able to be free. When I was a kid, when you owned something, you owned it. That was it. You wanted to go out and have fun, you went out and had fun. Now everything's down to cops. You name it. Oh yeah, I gotta add a couple more names in there. Hold on. Y'all need to stop a little while and think about things. Think about how back whenever you were a kid, especially if you're my age, think about when you were a kid, what you're able to do. You're able to go out. Mom and Dad used to tell us, go out, wait till 6 o'clock at night, come back in. Today they tell you wait, go out. No. Matter of fact, now in the cities especially, you can't even go out at all. It's against the law. Well, hello, Mr. Russ.
Hey, how you doing, Kansas?
What's up?
We're live, huh? Wow, that was quick.
We're live.
My computer did not ding at me, so I didn't know that you called until just a minute ago.
Well, I guess I better check all the other people. I'll run through a second time on them. Yours didn't check, maybe theirs didn't either.
Who knows?
So, how are you?
I'm good. I'm enjoying some walnuts right now.
Walnuts, huh?
Yep.
Used to eat those all the time when I was a kid.
Yeah, well, they're really good to help your cholesterol go down.
Really?
Yeah, walnuts. Handful of raw nuts every day.
I guess I need to start eating walnuts again.
Yeah, I have walnuts. I have raw almonds.
I don't like almonds. No? I like walnuts.
Yeah, pecans, raw pecans. All sorts of them. Now you can get the hazelnuts once in a while.
Yeah.
Nice little snack.
Oh. Yeah.
Getting a video uploaded, and as I already told you, but for the people watching, I might be cutting in and out here in a minute or two once my video is done rendering and I have to upload it. But
okay.
Vaping a lot. Trying to figure out what I'm going to do before the deadline looms of August 8th.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's coming up soon.
Yeah.
Today's vape.
What's the deadline about again?
August 8th, the FDA is saying that everything that's on the market currently is no longer allowed to be sold. That's including batteries, devices, mods,
Really,
juice.
what's going to happen with eBay?
Well, if somebody already has it and sells it, that's fine. But you can't manufacture any more stuff without FDA regulating it. So let's say a juice company wants to put stuff out after August 8th. They have to go through the FDA. One bottle of juice, okay, like this 30 mil, right? So it's 30 mils. 30 mils of juice, that's $1 million. Okay. It's also a level 3 nicotine, that's $1 million. It's also a flavored peach lemonade, so that's $1 million. And it's also 3 milligram nicotine, so that's $1 million. So $4 million to get this one bottle of juice approved by the FDA, and they have to then also provide that children aren't going to want to vape on peach lemonade. Now, if they go ahead and they spend the $4 million and they put in their argument that this is not going to be something that's going to be attractive to children, you know, they give the $4 million, they put that in. The FDA in about 3 months will come back with them saying yes or no. They can say no, and if they say no, which they probably will, that's $4 million down the tube, and your product does not get to market. Now, let's say you want to make this peach lemonade also available in a 120 ml bottle. Okay, well, it's you already have the peach lemonade, right? But you have to go through the whole process again, another $4 million for a different size of bottle. Or what if you want to have it in not a 3 milligram nicotine, you want to have it in a 6 milligram nicotine? That's an extra process through the FDA as well. So they're basically going to eliminate 99% of everything on the market today. And we are trying like hell to raise awareness, and lawsuits are going up against the FDA, but you know, are we going to win? I don't know. We're fighting.
That's the takeover. That's actually what Obama was talking about. He has a little thing he did where government controls all products.
The FDA, yeah, you know, they have certain the FDA, they'll allow a certain amount of fecal matter in your food, but you know, or bugs or insect, or you can even have a certain amount of horse meat in your ground beef, right?
Yeah.
But you know, God forbid you want to have unpasteurized milk, or God forbid you want to not smoke cigarettes, you want to vape.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm so fucking mad right now about that whole situation, and it's every day that we're getting closer to the deadline. It's nothing, you know, nothing new has come out saying that we're going to keep our rights. It just makes me mad, and then of course the government on its own thing makes me mad with, you know.
Oh, it's making a lot of people mad.
Hillary Clinton.
You're right. It's crazy. It's stupid.
I think we're close. I think we're close to this country going to shit. I mean, it already is, but I mean, I think we're about to get to a whole other level, right? Whole other level.
I'm with you on it. I actually believe that too. I believe we're going to a level that's going to get damn dangerous.
Yeah.
And I'm scared, man. I truly am, because I am, unlike you. You can get up and move and stuff. I'm still fighting to get better, and everything's about to stop for the people with medical too. And I've been reading everything that's coming to me, and they're cutting this, they're cutting that, they're even the stuff that we're getting to do. And you know, it's like I know things are going bad, and the thing is, am I going to be ready by the time it gets to that point? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I know what you're saying, because I'm thinking the same damn thing, and I don't think I'm anywhere close to being ready either. I mean, I got some skills now with canning, I'm able to can, but I don't have a place where I can grow my own vegetables yet. We're looking at doing that sometime later this year. And with the vaping thing, that's not a big deal. I don't have to vape. I've lowered my nicotine that I could quit, but I enjoy it a lot. And I really think that other people should have the opportunity to quit smoking the way I did. But as far as the other stuff, man, I don't got enough ammo. I ain't got enough stuff that's off the books that the government doesn't already know about, because they already know a lot about a lot of the stuff I own, because I didn't wake up fully until I'd already bought a whole bunch of fun toys. So, I mean, I'm not ready. I don't have extra, cash laying around or ways of providing for myself.
Yeah, I know that's my problem, and my problem big time. And it's like I'm sitting here going, holy hell, this is going to shit in the handbasket fast. And I'm sitting here watching, like they were talking about the cops and just take your shit. Hell, I could be driving to see you, and all of a sudden I accidentally swerved just a little because maybe I
Mm-hmm.
maybe I had a quick jerk, and then they come and take all my money, and I wouldn't be able to make it there. I'd be stuck out in the middle of the road. Plus, they take everything I got to eat on.
Yep. The government can take your life without any repercussion. Right there, if they can do that, they can take anything else they want to.
But I mean, we had a constitution, and also it's written that it's our duty to cleanse this land if it's change of government if we have to.
Well, it's not in the Constitution of that, but I know Thomas Jefferson wrote about that, how we need to overthrow a government every 20 years or so.
Right now. It's right here. I got it.
And it's right, but are people going to do it? People are too involved.
That's the word I'm looking for.
People are too involved in their Pokemon Go. They're too involved in their reality shows. They're too involved in America Got Talent. They don't care. They just don't care. Now, there are a lot more that care, I think, now than there was maybe 4 years ago. I mean, this Trump phenomenon. But, and I was a little surprised by how many people with the Trump bandwagon are actually, upset with a lot of the ways things are going and talking real freedom, not just, Republicans are the best party in the world, because pretty much Republicans, Democrats, they're both screwing you. Which way do you want to get screwed? Because they both.
Ryan, he's a globalist. He's like Obama. He wants world connection. He wants everything to be one world shit. This one world shit is going to kill us. And
one of the great things about this country was that we were separatists for a very long time, and that was one of the best things about this country. It was the whole reason of the snake that says "Don't tread on me," because you, as a rattlesnake, you don't go out picking the fight. You're there, and you'll defend yourself if provoked. And that's how this nation was supposed to be. Sorry.
Exactly. That's what this nation was about. We were about to be in together. And George Washington said it as he left on his last day. He said, do not connect with England or do not connect with the East because it will only cost you. And he meant it. And he was right. And now look what we're looking at. We're looking at people who want to come over here and kill us. And then we got a stupid president that lets them in to come kill us. Now they're out there shooting people. And they people don't even realize because they came and adjusted to America. But the thing is, they're not Americans yet. And then they've also recruited Americans, which is even worse. Because you got kids out there that don't realize what's going on, and they just go along with whatever, and then they get told, oh, well, you need to get upset, you need to get mad. They go out and shoot somebody, then our rights get even more taken.
Well, what it is how do you take down a country or an empire? You divide and conquer. And that's exactly what we've been seeing over the last 10 years or so, is the division amongst Americans has really grown. Back in the 90s, I think there was less racism against black people back then than there is now. And the racism on blacks versus whites, like blacks' racism against whites was a lot less back in the 90s than it is now.
They have look at across America.
They have come in and they have separated us by color, by class, by sexual orientation, all these different things to say you all are separate. So that right there, we're not coming together as Americans because, well, I'm gay, so I need to have my shit represented. Well, hey, I'm black, so I need to have my shit represented and all this shit. Why don't we just come Black Lives Matter and all this? Why don't we just say American Lives Matter and fucking we're Americans, not I'm this or I'm that. Man, you're a fucking American. Oh, this is a hate crime because I'm homosexual. No, it was a fucking crime. It was a crime. And of course it was a hate crime because all fucking murder is hateful. Okay, so everything's a fucking hate crime, right? And, you know, they didn't kill you because, I don't know, this whole Black Lives Matter thing, it all pisses me off. We all need to come together and be Americans. And if a black person gets shot by the cops and it's something that was unprovoked, then an American just got shot by a cop. And who gives a shit if he's black or white? I mean, there's a lot of people out there going to be like, oh, you're racist because obviously it matters more because he's black. I have no idea. All I saw is an American got shot by a police officer. And that's going to piss me off no matter what color that person is.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just like it's just like the cops. Okay, they've been shooting people left and right too, and you know it's like they're scared. They don't know what the people are doing. They're so scared someone's going to pull a gun. They're shooting innocent people.
Yeah, and when this thing lights off, it goes up against the police officers first. They're the front line, and they know it. And I think they are getting a little bit scared because maybe they're seeing the fucking writing on the wall too. But they're to blame for a lot of the violence out there provoking it. When you go and shoot an unarmed man, or in the case of the one guy saying that he has a legal firearm that he's legally able to conceal, but I'm going to go for my wallet to give you my ID and then get shot, you know, that is provoking other people to go out and shoot police officers. That pisses me off. Just like when you bomb some little village in a fucking, you know, Saudi Arabia or whatever, those kids that survive are going to be pissed off at America because you killed my parents, you killed my family, so now I'm going to come after you. You're doing the same thing with the cops, killing people, black, white, doesn't matter. Pissing people off, wanting to take it out on the police officers. Man, I want to fucking take it out on the police officers. I don't know how many times I've walked next to a police officer or behind one, and that little thought in my head, boy, I'm glad I'm stayed enough to not do it. I probably shouldn't be saying this live on a fucking chat, but there have been times that, yeah, I thought about it.
I mean, it's really, 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 we're at a point, I believe, the precipice of really either a civil war or a point where we break down to we become pretty much slaves. And if we become pretty much slaves, people like me will be dead. People like you will be out working in a probably a rock pit.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
And you know, there just won't be. You know, it'll just be the way it is.
Yeah. I don't know, man. This country's going one way or another, and I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, we can't. I know there's a lot more people wanting to stand. I mean, like I said, I do a lot on Twitter, and I know I see hundreds of thousands of, you know, ads on there, people saying, oh, well, you know, it's not right, we got to stand, we got to freedom, and there's so many people, different people trying to say, oh, let's do freedom, this, freedom, that, and, you know, there's a lot of people awake, but there's so many that have just woke up that still don't know how to handle what's going on, and they haven't got their head wrapped around it yet. Then again, there's a whole bunch that have been awake for a while to have their head wrapped around it, but they're scared too, to where they don't want to do nothing.
Yeah. Well, we're all waiting for this thing to light off. And there's a lot of people out there that still think that they have freedoms that, you know, like especially in the vaping community, a lot of the people that are getting involved in the advocacy right now have never really gotten involved in any kind of, you know, movement against the government. They've never protested or whatever. This is their first experience of doing any of that. A lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them. And it's just funny. They have this whole idea that, you know, they're going to do something when I'm thinking, you know, good fucking luck, man.
I mean, what is the Black Lives Matter thing? I mean, they're trying to get, now Black Lives Matter went all the way over to England. Black Lives Matter is now, I mean, they're at the White House. They've been killing people, but they're at the White House.
Well, yeah, we've had Muslim terrorists.
And we got Muslims at the White House. And we got Muslims in the oh shit, what do you call it? Homeland, in charge of Homeland, from the Brotherhood.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but I'm not surprised by it.
Oh yeah, it's I could tell you about it. Hold on. But it's just crazy.
I don't know. It's gotten me to the point where I don't even like talking about it anymore.
It is. It's really hard to talk about it. Even I'm having trouble. I've been trying to, I don't know how you want to say. I've been doing, hours. I've been watching TV, trying to just calm down.
Yeah, you cannot watch the news and calm down, bro. There ain't no way.
I know I did. I mean, I've been trying to. I check in like every couple of days and check the news because I can't take it.
That's why so many people are playing Pokemon Go and watching America's Got Talent and shit, because they can't take it. They got their heads in the sand, and I'm thinking, you know what? I want to be like the guy that wants to get back into the Matrix. You know, I want to. I should. Oh fuck! So only be as ignorant as I used to be.
Oh, I know. The ignorance was bliss. I mean, it's sort of like, okay, he's the guy that's in the Muslim Brotherhood. He's a prominent, influential member of the Muslim Brotherhood on Homeland Security Advisor Council. Good friend of the Muslim Brotherhood rebel leader in Syria. Successfully demanded that the FBI and the military purge all references to Sharia law. And co-founder of Freedom and Justice Institute, which is directly tied to the Muslim Brotherhood.
We want to have any kind of truth getting out there.
Yeah. So they're
lying to you. They're killing you. They'll take your money. They'll do whatever the fuck they want, and there ain't shit you can do as an individual to stop them. It's going to take a lot more than just one individual, and it's going to take a lot more than just one person.
Oh yeah, not one person, no one person, but we need to get people, lots of people together. We got to unite again. You know, do you remember Hands Across America? You know,
yeah.
You know, they got together, everybody across the nation. We were one. We were united. Everybody was happy. And, you know, everybody got out there and actually tried. There were schools after schools out there. But nowadays, you couldn't do that if you tried.
No, you'd be too worried that you'd get the bird flu or somebody would be a sexual predator.
Exactly. That's the bull of it all, you know? Dang, I wonder where John Solar is and them guys.
Hopefully doing something very productive.
Maybe I should bite Bobby.
Surprised I'm not gotten out yet. I am uploading a video, and for some reason, it's not, going to shit. Usually when I'm uploading a video and I'm on the chat,
We got one viewer.
I'll get them all away.
But it's just like I said, we've been fighting for me and you talk all the time, and I know how tired. I mean, even Michelle, she's like hiding nowadays from it because it gets hard. It gets hard to hear some of this stuff all the time. It's someone got shot here, someone did this. I mean, how many shootings in the last week? I think like 5 shootings. It's crazy. I mean, death after death after death, and we now have the fastest news service in town, the nice little internet, and so it don't matter where it's at, it's going to come on here. So if they die, they're going to be on here, and so it's like crazy. It's like I'd say probably I don't know how many got killed in Texas, and there was another one, I think, Illinois or someplace like that.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like almost every week now. I turned on the news and they're talking about something like, oh, that's old news. We were talking about that a while ago. Oh, no, that's new. Oh, damn, that just happened. Wow, there's a lot of shit going on in the world right now. There are a lot of people that are tired of it and they're going to do something. So, I mean, that lady watched her boyfriend die right in front of her, her kid in the back seat, and they shot the guy that had a gun, told the cop he had a gun, and then said he was, that whole situation. I hope they do something against it because that cop's going to get paid leave. He's going to get paid.
Well, now the woman that said that changed her tune. She's changed her whole story now.
Really?
She now says no, it didn't happen like that, and the cops that said that he looked like a robbery suspect, and that they were, and then he was being jumpy or whatever.
Oh, and yeah, and don't forget, he also smoked pot on the 4th of July with his kid nearby, and therefore he's not a good guy. He's a bad guy because he was smoking pot near his fucking kid on the 4th of July. Means he's every right to kill this guy because he's not a good guy. So don't feel bad for him dying. What the hell is that? He smoked pot near a child, and that gives you the idea that he is okay to die, that it's okay that he's dead now, that you shot him dead?
I don't know if that's true or not. Because I was watching a documentary on it, what was it, last night, and that's not what they said. But I don't know. There's so many. And then that's another thing. Ever since May of 2012, when they allowed propaganda against us, and they've been lying, no one can tell who's the freaking liar and who's not. And finally, John Solar shows up.
Well, I'm at my kid's school doing stuff for it's school for him is not the same as school for everybody else. So
really?
Yeah, he has autism, so I have to do individualized educational programs of that, and there's certain times they're available in the summer, and I gotta go and I gotta get it done. My wife just got a gigantic promotion, so she's getting ready to leave town for a couple months, so I gotta get all loose ends tied up.
I see.
Yeah,
well,
I can't leave any of this stuff here. Hopefully everybody forgives me because I'm also at the same time eating my dinner.
It's pretty low-key here, don't worry about it.
Well, don't worry about it. I was just giving you trouble.
Multitasking like a wild man here.
Yeah,
I know how. I'm just running. I'm on a rant today. Sorry.
I just realized I also don't have a camera on.
Yeah. That's okay. There he is.
There we go. Everybody can watch me eat now.
Gonna make me hungry, huh?
I don't know if I have an emblem or not. Let's see if I have an emblem. Yeah, I do. I didn't know if I had one or not.
You always got that spider.
That's my unit insignia.
See. Yeah, I've been on a rant today. Of course, I didn't even know if I was gonna make it online. We had a storm come through and knock us all the power out. And
Let me guess the topic of the rant. Would it have anything to do with Loretta Lynch?
no,
No. Did you miss her testimony?
I did, because I don't watch the news anymore.
Oh, she sat there in Congress as they asked her point blank if she was going to be working for the Clintons and refused to answer.
she's supposed to be the vice president. She can't answer truthfully.
No, she's the Attorney General of the U.S.
Some say she's supposed to be Clinton's vice president, though.
I wouldn't know that.
I don't know. So tired of the Clintons and all their lying and just, I don't know how to put it.
Get away with everything. It's not the first time they've gotten away with shit either. Definitely probably won't be the last.
It does make me wonder, just how big their criminal organization is. Because they get away with some pretty big shit.
Yeah.
Communism at its best. Talk about organized crime. Holy crap. And nothing on the Gaudis.
Oh no, that's organized, all right. They're sloppy now, but they don't care.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
They don't care.
It's ridiculous. I mean, just like they just came out with the cops saying, if they want to pull you over and just take your money, they can do it.
Yeah, it's all getting pretty crazy. Really, really wild. But I mean, to now to the point where, I mean, it's actually gone cyclical. We were laughing about this last night, where the government is now actually complaining about its enemy, the government, which makes no sense, because who do the cops work for? They work for the government, right?
Well,
Whether it be local, highway patrol, they work for the government. And what's Obama complaining about? A government agency. There's a government agency attacking the government. It's
like they're splitting up. It's like I believe it's going to come down to a civil war. I see. Just my personal input.
Well, I don't know where it's going to come down to. Every time I think about it,
half the government fighting for one side, the other half fighting the other way. One wants to be a globalist, one wants to be nationalist. It's crazy.
I don't know what they want to do. I know they want to, my opinion anyways, that they want to, just kind of pretty much do away with the whole idea of the U.S. and become part of something bigger.
Yeah, we've already been talking about how they want to be part of the America or whatever. Like, how they have the Euro or the EU, whatever. Yeah, how they were trying to do something like that with America, the Americans.
I mean, George Washington said in his last day, he says, "Do not join, the East. Do not join with Britain. Do not join with Germany. Do not join." He named out a few.
Well, they don't like any of it.
You can ally them, but do not join them.
240 years later, oh my.
They're trying to join them. Freaking globalists.
And the funny thing is it always comes down. Eventually, you can always run it around the corner and look at it and go, it was about money? Money? How much money do you need? I never understood that. I mean, if I had a few $1,000,000, I wouldn't have to work. I'd be done. Someone else do it. I'm good.
Yeah, I know. Same here.
I mean, I don't need to spend $38 million a year to live rich. Fuck that.
It's crazy. It's like, I mean, nothing you can dream of. It's like out of control, and it's like you've entered the what do you call it? The
Twilight Zone.
yeah, doo 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 Twilight Zone.
It's just, it's absolutely 100% whack.
Twilight Zone, where days and nights are totally different.
Oh my heavens,
Or which-
Mule actually got, oh wow, huh, you got it up there, okay, cool.
I think the Twilight Zone was actually what they had planned.
What do you mean?
What they had planned for us for the future. You know, some of the issues of the Twilight Zone, where things were totally different, and they wake up and everybody, the government was like over patrolled and everything.
You're not saying Rod Serling was a conspiracist, were you?
I wouldn't say that.
I'm teasing you.
I never say such thing. Oh. Dang, my face is all red. I think I'll put my cover up.
I'll be
I didn't realize how red my face was.
Y'all can watch me now. There you go.
Yeah.
Well, no one wants to watch me chew, I guarantee you that.
Oh, now, hey, wait a minute. There is a group of people that that they've been making a lot of money, and all they do is sit and chew and eat food on video.
Yeah, I have bumped into a few of those channels. I'm not quite sure I understand the point.
I don't either, but
All right, guys, we're going down to Taco Bell. I'm going to order everything on the menu.
and then I'm going to eat it in front of you.
You go. You look down and you go, wait a minute. 1.6 million views? What?
Yeah, that's some bullshit. I hate that. Or somebody who doesn't know what the hell they're talking about, right? They're doesn't matter if it's about guns or vaping or whatever, right? It boggles my mind. I see somebody on there not got the first clue what they're talking about, but got billions and billions, millions of views. Why? Because it's a hot chick talking about something that men like to talk about. And she doesn't know what the fuck she's saying, but it doesn't matter because she's hot. And therefore she gets all the fucking views. And I'm like, yep, I gotta get a thong.
Well, you could try a reversal thing, which is
I thought about that with the vaping community in general because they have a lot of pictures on Instagram of these hot women blowing clouds or doing all these poses. And I was thinking, how cool would it be to recreate that photo exactly, but with me in drag?
or you could attempt a reversal like this. You could go, here's a picture of me and my thong. Now, if you never want to see us again, just make sure I get 75,000 likes.
God.
Or next week's vape will be outside in the sun with me on this chair.
One of the newest things that people are blowing clouds down, they're like they're butt ass naked, but they blow a cloud down in order to cover their junk or whatever. That's crazy.
And actually, YouTube loves it. It's called clickbait, and YouTube loves it. They love clickbait.
I tell you what, it's funny, but my wife wants me to do the chewing thing.
Huh?
Yes, while I'm sitting there eating, take a video of it.
Your wife doesn't like you very much.
I know, she hates me.
Well, there's a whole new community, too, that I was shocked to hear about. I'm not going to say the name because I don't actually know how. It's an abbreviation like ASMI or AMI or whatever. It's like three-dimensional sound. All right?
Uh-huh.
So you're taking virtual reality, which I've just begun that. But the sound, I'm not going to be getting into that because that's just so much. But they'll spend like $1,000 on a left mic and a right mic, blending it and all that, so that what happens is as you crinkle a piece of paper in the middle of the screen. If you move to either side of the screen, the opposing ear will pick it up. And they literally will do entire videos where they'll go, this is crinkly. This is really crinkly. And they crinkle it up, and people are like, it's got like 2,700 views, and you're going, what? The guy crinkled paper, and you wanted to watch that?
Right?
What the fuck is going on with this country?
Contemplating making those videos because you can make a lot of money just scratching a book or crinkling paper. Or
Yeah, but you gotta have the
some
special.
people that like have really.
You gotta have the special.
All the people that are actually getting views on those videos, there's a billion others trying to do it and not doing it at all. Not
Right.
getting it.
Well, the big thing is it was like I wanted to do some virtual reality, and then I went, well, let's go look into it. Jesus Christ, how much money is that going to cost? Holy crap.
I have a VR for my Samsung phone, and it's pretty badass. I do kind of want to get the Vive, but with the shit that's going on nowadays, man, there's a lot better money spent than on that.
Right. So I mean, I went for the Ricoh, and I got the Ricoh set up. But then once you get started, then you start finding out, oh my God. And a lot of people don't know this either. These guys do not have stuff to edit that stuff. They don't at all. I mean, Ricoh doesn't provide any editing, anything. So then you get it, and now you've got your choice. How long was your video? Oh, it's like 5 minutes. Any mistakes you left in it, you're leaving in it. Well, no, I don't want to have that part where I was, driving. Nope, too bad. It's in it. Well, I'll just cut it out. How? So then they go, well, you have to find an editing. There's like 3 pieces of editing software that have the kit. The problem is it's got to be an H.249. You got to be able to tell your software to have like a 1920 by 960 form, and that most software won't do it. And then you got to be able to do spherical stitching, and you got to do metadata injection. And it's like, what the hell? So then you find out. Now I got to either you can get it in Final Cut Pro will do it, but that requires, say you don't have Mac. That means now you have to get a Mac, and you got to get Final Cut Pro. How much is that going to cost you? Or you can you can buy outright Adobe Premiere. What's that going to cost you? And then your equipment, is your equipment capable of actually running that system like that? So you're going to need to have a separate like SSD. You change over your C drive to SSD so you can just be able to operate it. Yeah, it gets to be a bit. I was a little surprised at how much I had to get involved in it. Just to begin, I'm still studying.
So welcome. What's up?
How do?
Hey, well, you boomeranging?
Just I see what you's up to.
How's the show going?
It's going.
We're talking about the government.
What are you doing out there? You hunting?
Flame of blue.
And all jealous. Look at that out there. Probably a nice day. Not 110 like it is here.
It's actually, I'm way in northern Minnesota, so it's like 65 degrees. The water's warmer than the air.
Oh man, it's freaking hot here.
Northern guy like me, 65 is perfect temperature.
Yeah, I bet.
Oh yeah, I love 65.
Don't need air conditioner, leave all the windows open. Tonight it'll be 40, I'll sleep like a baby.
Yeah, I bet. Storm came through today. Knocked my electricity up a few hours.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh yeah, I didn't know if I was gonna make it on to have Kansas and friends. I was like,
That must have been nerve-wracking.
oh yeah. Freaking, I can't have oxygen, which I have to have oxygen. So I was like running out of oxygen. Got someone here finally, got me some oxygen.
Right.
And finally it come back on.
You don't have one of those oxygen makers?
I got an oxygen maker, but it runs on electricity. When the storm knocks off your electricity, I no longer have oxygen.
You don't have backup power for that?
I have tanks, but it's like sometimes Like we've been going places, and now all of them are empty, almost.
You need a generator, bro.
Well, no, but like, put it like this: if you this is really simple too. Generators are great, but if you haven't got the money for it, you can actually put something together, maybe even for free. I don't know. You might be able to, if not very, very little, where you can actually take and get an older car battery, put it in a wooden box, okay,
Okay.
and then put a little charger on that. Literally, one of those chargers you plug in the wall. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
All right, and then on the outside of the box, put a little cigarette lighter plug on it. All right, and that
Hey,
always
that's
stays.
smart.
That always stays off to the basement, or it always stays off somewhere where it's plugged in, so it's always constantly charged. And then if the storm goes out, you got a full battery right there. You can plug it right into your car because you probably have a car cigarette lighter thing because you go traveling, so you can plug it right in there, and it'll run for a while.
Hmm.
And I don't imagine that would cost a whole hell of a lot. You can get those those little small battery plug-in-the-wall battery chargers, $15-20, and an old car battery.
Yeah.
And then
I'll look for one. That'll be a good idea.
at least that way
Hey,
you've
John.
got, a little
John,
something.
like I bought, it's not a car battery, but for like a trolling motor, they got like some pretty sweet, like at Batteries Plus, they got some pretty sweet DC, like I don't know if they're lithium ion or whatever, but they're awesome. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah. You can also get them smaller ones if you want in the those emergency lights. You know what I'm talking about? You see them at the mall?
Like the exit lights for fires?
Right. Yeah. Those are 6-volt. You can put two of those together. You'll have 12-volt system. Very, very light. Very, very small, and that'll charge your oxygen unit. Just one of those little small projects. That might be something to look into there, Kansas.
I'm going to. That's a good idea.
And it won't cost. I mean, if you got a friend who does construction or whatever, or works over at a mall, they have to replace those things all the time. And they have a built-in charge controller in them as well. So you can just quite literally drop it right in with the battery, set it off to the side, it plugs into the wall, and the battery's always charged, and it's got a cutoff. That's why when the power goes off, it turns on. You just attach where the lights would normally go, you would attach that to your cigarette lighter. That way, when the power went off, the cigarette lighter would be active. Ta-da!
Good idea. I'll have to check it out. See what I can do.
You got a buddy who works at malls, or
Slow process whenever your wife has to do most of it for you, but yeah.
I could explain it all to her. It's easy.
Not hard at all.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
What? Ah.
Making us hungry. Motherfucker.
Sorry.
Here I am munching on walnuts.
What's Nolan's new swear word? Cricket nuts? My 5-year-old made up a new swear word today, and when he gets mad, he calls it cricket nuts. That's acceptable. My 12-year-old says crap when he gets mad. Crap! We're like the Osbournes. So you guys talk about your favorite Democratic presidential candidate?
What are you talking about?
Hillary?
You're
Yeah.
talking about somebody? You're talking about?
I love how she's for women's rights, but her husband is the most notorious womanizer on the planet.
Well, and also she went after that little 12-year-old kid that was raped.
But she's all about the children. That's her
right.
new campaign, right? Oh, I'm all about children.
Yeah.
Yeah, but look how she gets all her money from other countries. that all hate women. I mean, it's like, wow.
Well, her chief of staff or whatever, who's that? Remember that Senator Weiner or whatever? His wife, what's her name? They're all best friends. And
Anthony Weiner.
Anthony Weiner. Yep.
I looked Weiner's wife, and she's total Muslim, and she's been at Hillary's side from the beginning. Total Muslim.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Another smart one that don't know nothing.
Marshall Sill says, nah, the Duggar kid was a worse womanizer. Well, that situation was pretty messed up.
Who said that?
They're not that far from you, Kansas.
Yeah.
They're down in Arkansas, the Duggars there.
Hold on.
Who said that? Bill?
Marshall Sills.
Sorry, guys. Is there a chat going on? I can't even see the chat. That sucks. Hi, all the people in the chat.
There's probably millions of them here. I mean, literally, it's just it's flying so fast you can't even see it. It's just
I believe it. Just be about love, not about hate.
Oh yeah, that's why we're here, friends.
El Tendo Fabrizio, or as I like to call him, Father Guido Sarducci, just checked in.
Sarducci, where is Mule?
I don't know. He didn't. I've invited him. He hadn't came yet.
Maybe he's got Just for Men for his beard today. And that's what he's working on?
That just struck me funny. Okay. Why was that so funny? I don't know. But
because he's like Santa Claus, that's why. That guy is white gray. I figure if we keep talking about him, his ears will start burning or whatever, and he'll come on.
He's sitting there listening, probably doing something he couldn't hop on, but he's gonna hop on now.
Oh yeah. His ears will be burning.
I'm surprised that hasn't become racist, by the way, though. Just for Men.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that's not racist now. I'm surprised the feminist group haven't got a hold of that and went, are you kidding me? I use it. Oh, wait, I didn't say that right. Are you kidding me? I use it.
One person likes rare. I had to flip it early.
Oh, Mama's Burger?
Mama's. Mama's on the Nutrisystem, like I said. She's been kicking butt.
Oh, okay. Grandma's there then.
Yep, Grandma. She, just take out the steak, warm up a frying pan, and slap it on both sides, and it's done.
We were just talking about eating it raw.
That's what she said.
Yeah. That's exactly what she said.
That's exactly what she said. Without a doubt.
So, have you looked up Anthony Weiner's wife yet?
Oh, hang on. I'll pull that up right now.
Yeah, that's an interesting topic because she's Hillary's right-hand girl, and she's ISIS. I'm surprised she's not best friends with Obama because that's her best friend.
Her name is Huma Abedin.
Yeah, Abedin, yep.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and she...
Fairly interesting, huh? Look at her background.
Her name is Huma Mohammed Abedin, and she is an American political staffer. She's been a longtime aide of Hillary Clinton's. and was U.S. Secretary of State Clinton's Deputy Chief of Staff at the State Department.
Yeah, best buddy, ISIS.
Yeah.
Wow. And we wonder why we can't take him out.
Well, I mean, she probably had access to her private server, right? She could just, like, all she has to say one night is, Hillary, she thinks wipe a server is with a cloth, so she just says, hey, Hillary, I need to help you out with your server, just give me access, right? And Hillary goes, oh, of course, girl, I love you, you're my best friend, no problem, here's my passcode.
Just don't wipe it off the cloth.
I'm sure Hillary's password was Chelsea12 with a capital C. Like every other parent in the entire world, right?
Right. Oh.
I got a rare one. You want to get a plate? Sorry.
Gonna have a rare one, huh? Figures Ronnie Swanee comes in cooking.
Right.
It's at the fine line right now between perfect and I know you guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
When you need A1 sauce. I'll tell you a hunting story. One time we all pitched in. We stayed at this farmer place house, older couple, and we all pitched in for a prime roast. It was like $150 for the thing, if you guys ever had one. So we give it to the farmer's lady, and she was going to have it ready for us for dinner. So we go hunting all day. We're talking about all day. Prime rib, right? We're so excited. We get back, it was like pot roast. Cooked all the way through. It was the saddest day of my life. That's
And
you.
you're like, I could have done that for $27.
Yep. Where in the world is Meal? Out there.
Can you hear the grill?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry, guys.
Oh, it's fine. We're just talking.
You're BSing.
So what's new in your neck of the woods, Mule? I mean, I called you Mule. Kansas.
Oh, not much. Trying to stand this heat.
How's the walking doing? How's the getting about?
Not getting out too much. Damn heat's got me beat down.
That'll do it to a guy, the heat.
Well, it's my lungs. Every time I get up, I drain out. It goes like way down, and it's killing me now. I get it twice as hard.
What's the word? Are you hearing anything out there about the political arena? Other than what you said?
The only thing I'm hearing out of Kansas, at least, is where more or less Trump's been more or less in a sort of he's just been sort of staying back out of the limelight right now. It's been more about Obama and screwing us over with about everything, trying to make with race problem and this Black Lives Matter BS.
So yeah, I'm curious about that. Now, having lived in Topeka, all right, I lived there for a while, and I had a lot of relatives out in Wichita and Lane, Kansas.
Oh, it's a titty.
Yep, down in Lane and all that, and down in Lawrence. I had my grandmother. On my father's side was down in Lawrence. So I remember there wasn't a hard race issue in Kansas when I was there. I mean, it wasn't.
Now.
I mean,
think the city is the biggest problem we have. I don't even think Wichita has that bad of a race problem right now.
But I mean, are they buying in, or are they?
So far, no. I mean, like this, the Black Lives Matter. They're supposed to be having this big political march here. I forget what it's called. What's it called, Michelle? Day of Rage or whatever is supposed to be happening. It's not even happening in Kansas. So it's happening everywhere else now. So, and that's all Black Lives Matter BS. So, I believe there ought to be it's really bad that they got Black Lives Matter who have been known to kill cops and have been out there yelling to kill cops and stuff like that. And then they have them in the White House. Obama holding them up like a big.
Well, it's the thing you got to remember about Obama. And a lot of people will dispute this, but Obama. I mean, you talk about someone who flip flops. He'll go wherever is politically advantageous. I mean, he won't go to a soldier's funeral because he can't get anything out of it. But yet he'll show up to the cops' funeral where he's been shitting on the cops because why? He'll get a chance to get up and make it a political arena. That's what he did at the funeral. He made it into a whole political thing. So he's going to do whatever is advantageous for what his plan for America is. Obama land.
You know what I think about that? I think that he does whatever takes the least amount of work, right? Everything that he's done is nothing, right? Like, it's like, ISIS, that's a lot of work. Race relations, a lot of work. Anything that's a lot of work. What work has he done, right?
Well, now you ask yourself, there's like this should have been an amazing thing, okay? Here you have it, the first black president in U.S. history, all right? This should have been a big thing. He should have been able to what I say is finish off any complications of the word, not, okay, let's get back to 1961, start all over again, and let's wreck this joint. I mean,
yeah, we were talking about this early in the chat. Since in the 90s and even in the early 2000s, I don't think we had as nearly a big of a racism problem as we do now. I think, if anything, he's made it worse by separate groups. Rich versus poor, white versus black, gay versus straight.
My son says you're seeing it in the military now, and that was never existing. I was in the service. There was nothing like that. Because we all understood one thing. There's only really one color, and it's red. People all bleed the same color, and you had my back, I got your back. No one even thought like this, but now they're thinking like that. Why? Because he's stirring it. He's stirring it. He's stirring it. He wants people to have this hatred towards one another based on race.
How do you take down an empire? It's been proven over the generations, is you divide and you conquer. And we are being divided by our own government.
We used to cry, "United we stand."
Mm-hmm.
We don't cry that anymore.
We'll fall, for sure.
Those aren't words you hear anymore. No one, I shouldn't say nobody, that's a generalization, that's a very unfair thing. A great number of people they see that negative, oh yeah, you know what, I'll bet they are, and then they're joining up with hate groups, and it's like...
The whole Black Lives Matter. How about American lives matter? How about American citizens' lives matter? The person that, they were black, they got shot by a cop, it was unjust. Yeah, but they were an American, right? We should be more focused on that because white Americans get shot by cops too. Maybe not as many as blacks do, right? But we have a problem with Americans being shot by police officers.
So what you have to do is we have to you have to look at it as a whole, not a well, it's only going to be this particular. It's whatever the highlighted race is. That's what the whole thing is right now. It's a highlighted race. It's good for splitting people up. It's good for ripping communities to pieces. So let's go that way. Why? Because, like you said, in order to conquer, you have to first divide them. And dividing us is important for him. It's a very important thing. What's the agenda? I don't claim to know, but I know whatever it is, it ain't good. except for a very select few.
Well, it's basically just to take every last shred of rights and, like Kansas says, get it to a global kind of government and socialism, Marxism, communism, whatever you want to call it. It's definitely not freedom.
But I wish I knew, and I know this sounds like, what the hell's your problem? No, but I wish I knew what the end goal is. It makes it so much easier to fight something when you know where you're going. You go into battle, your job is to conquer this. Why? Because we're going to be setting these people free for their freedoms and all that. You don't have to agree. That's your mission. You know what your mission is. I don't even know what the heck he's doing. I don't even have a fucking clue what he's doing. I don't like it. I know it's wrong. I know he's dividing people and all, but I always want to know. I would love to know what. I mean, if someone could just frickin' be honest and go, hey, well, here's the idea, and I'd love to know what the fuck is the point of all of this? What in the hell are you actually trying to pull off? Because he's just bouncing all over the place. One minute he wants everybody to hate each other. The next minute he wants everybody against cops. And then the next minute he wants everybody's guns gone, and then the next minute he's back to this. But when you have examples that prove things don't work, like Chicago, good Lord, there is everything in a nutshell. Chicago. Mm-hmm. Your hometown, pal. Now he's not worried about Chicago. I don't understand it. You're worried about, Texas, or you're worried about over here, or you're worried about Minnesota. What about Chicago? How about we talk about something you got shitloads of stats on, and you can go, okay, gun control, present and operational in Chicago. Let's talk about it. Race relations, present and happening in Chicago. Let's talk about it. I mean, he doesn't want to talk about Chicago. And it's like, I don't understand your point, pal. I really don't. This is normally where Mule hops in and goes, because.
Yep.
Probably got some appointment he's handling.
Yeah, probably getting his vagina waxed. Please tell him I said that.
He's probably running for the phone right now. You fucker.
Okay, now where the hell is Mule? We're having a good combo, and this is just not working.
He's got an appointment or something. It happens. The closer we get to school, I got more and more of them I got to do.
School time, huh?
Well, I have to get started a lot earlier than most people do, because he's moving. He came out of junior high, and now Rhett's getting ready to go into high school, so this is his first high school. What was really great, though, what was awesome, was the very first lady, when he was like 4 years old, that started working with him, the first person who ever did any work with Rhett at all, is actually left the place she was working at and gone to work for the high school where Rhett will be going, and I was a real belligerent ass and insisted that she had to be his final teacher, and we won. And so the lady he started with will be the lady he finishes with.
Cool.
Which I thought was awesome.
That's an interesting little tidbit.
Yeah, I was thrilled. Absolutely thrilled. So what's new on your channel, Stinger?
Yeah, Stinger.
My channel is still not, I don't know, my Poison Stinger channel I still want to do some things with, but I've been kind of focused on the vaping channel. And I've been just trying to...
Is that what you're uploading?
Yeah, I'm uploading to my vaping channel. I've been putting out probably 2 to 3 videos a week on that one. The Stinger one, I want to do some of the canning things and the preparing stuff that I've been doing lately. That's kind of cool. Gun stuff, it's all too expensive, and I haven't bought anything new in years, so really nothing there to make a video on, but I can do stuff with like some of the projects that I'm doing around the house. It's kind of fun.
Oh, that stuff will be fun. People will enjoy that.
Yeah. It's not going to be anything professional, but it'll be a video, and hey, this is what I'm doing, this is how I'm doing it, and this is why I'm doing it, kind of thing.
You know, TJ didn't even answer the call today. I've tried for I wanted TJ in today. I tried to get him in here. I called
Maybe working
Doctor,
on this, but
Reb. Who else am I missing? I did Irish, and he hadn't answered in ages.
well, Irish actually came on after last week's chat into the online thing, or in the text chat area, and so he was. I told him it's a little bit early in the day, so.
Well, I'm getting ready to kick it off here for the day for the live part of it. We've been on about an hour and a half, hour and 15 minutes. So,
Yeah.
keep it while our chat is still good and not the killing barrel. We still got people on watching.
One person.
On
My wife.
tomorrow, well, next Thursday we'll have it same time, same place. And you guys got anything you want to say before the day's up? To all the people out there, the whole 5.
One's close, and watch out for that government.
Yep, keep your
Not
lips.
clear up.
That's mine.
I'm sorry, but it's so true right now. I couldn't help it.
Damn, something I say is true. Oh no. Fucking world's gonna go.
I would say one thing to everybody. They're starting to become a very, well, it's not starting, but it's getting bigger, a really, really, really stupid movement. And it's a self-initiated movement. And it's the theory of, well, I can't do anything about it, so why bother? Don't slide into that. Don't slide into that movement. If all you have the ability to do is write a letter to your congressman and say, listen, I want to know if you are in favor of that whole secret meeting with Hillary Clinton's husband, then fine, do that. But at least let your voice be heard. Don't sit on your laurels, because if you don't do anything at all, a lot of people go, what can I do? Hey, stand up and at least tell people your opinion. That if that's all you can do, then do that, or sit down and tell them your opinion. But if you do nothing, remember, you got nothing to say. And when stuff goes bad, keep it closed because you got nothing to say.
It's like the people that vote because they're like, well, my vote doesn't matter.
Well, okay, everybody. See you next Thursday, same time, same place. Promise I'll be here. Anybody that wants in, please come on in. And we'll all see you next week. You got anything to say there, Sir Eric?
No, thanks for inviting me. I love your show. I'll come anytime I can. Thanks for having the show.
Well,
Thanks
I
a
ain't
lot.
ending the show. I'm just ending it with the live area. Say anything to them.
Well, I'm just saying, everyone appreciate Kansas for trying to get people motivated to be political and having the show and taking the time out of his day to do it. Show support, share it, the channel, join the channel, join the debate, be a part of the solution.
Yeah, he likes to throw out open links.
I don't really think it's a debate if everybody agrees on the same side. Like if everyone's on the side, it's just like
But people don't always. People run across things and they hear something that sparks their mind. So if 15 people who have the same beliefs still talk, at least the voice gets heard.
Yeah.
Well, I believe Mule is a liberal. So I say that on every chat I can because I believe it to be a fact.
I think that's more insulting than me telling everybody that he's getting his vagina waxed.
Well, that's what liberals do.
Oh, man. Get ready for kaboom. So have a great one, everybody.
Yeah, you too, John.
Well, so anyway, I'm ending it now. Talk to you all later. See you next week.
See you, Kansas.